And now to an exclusive Eyewitness News investigation. We've learned the future of West Virginia Superintendent of Schools David Roach may be decided at tomorrow's state school board meeting.
However, Roach's fate is not the centerpiece of that gathering. Eyewitness News lead investigative reporter Kenny Bass joins us now with a story detailing turmoil in the Upshur County school system and how that could influence whether Roach continues leading West Virginia's education efforts. Kenny?
Well, ESSER is short for Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund. It's the $190 billion federal program designed to help students and educators navigate the COVID pandemic. West Virginia received $761 million of that money, but there have been problems nationwide with improper purchases and instances of fraud due to how school districts spent that cash. Upshur County could soon be added to that list. It all comes to a head tomorrow morning at the state school board meeting where Superintendent David Roach may be making his last stand. It's a story you'll see only here on Eyewitness News. A routine local education agency monitoring report on ESSER spending in Upshur County, stemming from a visit by auditors in February of this year, details several instances of noncompliance. But the problem doesn't rest merely within the North Central West Virginia school system. It's also having a major impact on the state's Department of Education, reaching all the way to the top and the Office of West Virginia Superintendent of Schools, David Roach. Upshur County has 7 elementary, 1 middle, 1 high, and 1 technical school, serving 3,700 students. LEA monitoring shows the county's noncompliance with ESSER spending on several fronts, including no-bid contracts, ineligible entertainment purchases, room rentals, and employee reimbursements. It all adds up to more than $131,000, but that may just be the tip of the financial iceberg. Dr. Sarah Lewis Stankus was Upshur County Superintendent of Schools during the period which ESSER spending was examined. She left that job in August of last year when State School Superintendent Roach hired her to be one of his 2 deputy state superintendents. It turned out Dr. Stankus had a very short stint with the State Department. Her last day in the office was a month ago on May 12th. She planned to use leave time to officially retire June 30th. But sources within the West Virginia Department of Education provided Eyewitness News with an email from Superintendent Roach to members of the state school board. Dated last Wednesday, Roach said after being briefed by his accountability team about the Upshur situation, quote, "I decided to immediately suspend Dr. Stankus without pay through the remainder of her scheduled employment, June 30, 2023. Specifically, information gathered during the initial stages of the Special Circumstances Review revealed evidence regarding misuse of federal, state, and local funds, which occurred during a period in which Dr. Stankus was the Upshur County Superintendent of Schools. Because of my concerns about the evidence received to date, I decided that suspension of her employment was warranted," end quote. Roach went on to say that upon hearing of his decision, Dr. Stankus resigned from her employment effective immediately. Eyewitness News has learned from Education Department sources that Roach's hiring of Stankus, which he allegedly did without advertising the position or interviewing anyone else, combined with the results of the surprise state special circumstance review of Upshur County schools, has led some state school board members to call for the superintendent's resignation. Sources say if Roach doesn't step down from his position by Wednesday's state school board meeting, he could be fired. Special circumstance investigators are scheduled to present their preliminary Upshur County findings to board members at that same Wednesday meeting. Sources tell Eyewitness News areas of concern they are expected to share include questionable payments to former Superintendent Stankus and other Upshur County Schools employees using federal ESSER money, improper county financial oversight connected to travel, payroll, and purchases, a problem compounded by insufficient county policies setting down clear spending directions and boundaries. Eyewitness News reached out to the West Virginia Department of Education requesting an interview with State School Board President Paul Hardesty. We wanted to ask him about the Upshur County ESSER spending and the state superintendent's situation. We also requested to speak with Superintendent David Roach about his employment status and his hiring and the alleged conduct of Deputy Superintendent Dr. Sarah Lewis Stankus. We also wanted to ask about Upshur County's ESSER money spending on Stankus's watch. The spokeswoman told us there will be no interviews or statements from the Department of Education prior to the presentation to the board tomorrow. She added that Board President Hardesty was not available today. We will be at the state school board meeting tomorrow morning and let you know what happens. Reporting live in the studio with this exclusive Eyewitness News crisis in the classroom investigation, I'm Kenny Bass.